Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Polly. So today I wanted to do spring fragrances a little bit different. um, so spring, hi spring. What does it mean? It means it's still a little bit chilly, it's still a little bit cold, but things are coming to life. So it's not summer. And so floral, definitely kind of the signature of the upcoming, but as some people might be tired of winter scents, some might be not. Just saying. So I want to introduce a few fragrances that I have that are a little bit of a different take on what you can use during springtime, and they're very spring appropriate. They're a little bit different. We're going to do also the florals. That's coming up next. But let's do something a little bit different right now. So let's begin. So I want to start with this one. This is Enticed by Ajmal. I spoke about this before in my Ajmal video. I just love it. I had a better review on it in that video, and it's beautiful. So it's the citrus, but it's a juicy, fruity, sweet citrus. So you still get the freshness. It's not cloying, it's not too much, it's just perfect. It's a fruity, like a sweet mandarin citrus. And it lasts, it brightens up your day. It brings in the sunshine into the winter, which is kind of like what spring is, but it's not. Oh, it's stunning. Yeah, ooh, it has like a little bit of something green or something bitter, just a little bit, just to keep it very nice and zesty. It's beautiful. So for me, it's very spring appropriate, kind of like the new and waking up from the, hibernation of winter. So check this one out. They also have other ones from in pink, some other Entice and Entice 2 that I'm also very curious about. Maybe one day. Another one, so this is the Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. This is the Eau de Parfum. For me, it's not heavy fragrance. For me, it's almost like a self-contradicting one. The lavender is very almost cold note, but then the vanilla here is pretty warm. It's not gourmand vanilla, it's just a warm vanilla. Some people say it's an overhyped fragrance. I mean, it's not like mind-blowing. But on the other hand, if this wasn't Guerlain and it was some very fancy niche, it would have been mind-blowing for people. So I find this very unique. There's nothing really anything like this in the market. It's a very interesting concept. I think it's perfect for spring, especially spring night, spring evening, because, or during the day, because it's still a little bit cold and chilly. And the vanilla here, it's a little warm. But then you have that lavender that has a bit of a freshness or something cold about it. So I think this one is beautiful. To be honest, on me, I don't find this to be a beast projection. I think it's very nice. It lasts a decent amount of time. I can be aware of it. But I have other fragrances that I'm just like in a full-blown bubble, and this is not one of them. I'm aware of it, but it's not beast, as some people say. I think it's, in terms of performance, is standard plus. How about that? But I love this fragrance. This is a really good time to pull it out and to use this baby. Next one, oh, I love these guys. So I love Shalimar. Love Shalimar. And by Guerlain, I don't have the perfume. I should. Problem is, one time I did smell it in a store, and in my opinion, it was just a really old tester because it reeked. Yeah, it was bad. Not because the fragrance is difficult. No, because I have the Eau de Toilette, the Cologne. I think it was just a really old tester. But it kind of made me scared. Either way. So I have the Eau de Toilette, which is also very appropriate. But even better is the Souffle. The Intense, I do feel it's a lot better for the winter and fall, which I have. But the regular Souffle, It's a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher. It's kind of a powdery, lemony, kind of delicious. Oh, so good. It has that undertone of that vintage from the, it's beautiful. So this one for spring is really good. It's beautiful. It has some kind of like ageless retro sophistication. You know, when you see those pictures of, I don't know, Marilyn Monroe or some stars from the 50s and 60s, they're just as beautiful today as they were then. So it has something like that that kind of goes through the ages and just is always beautiful, but very unique. So my perception. And then I got the cologne. So I was really brave with the size of the cologne because I'm like, okay, I have the Eau de Toilette. I know that I love it, so I'll get the Eau de Cologne in a big size. And guys, this is really good. So is it different from the Eau de Toilette? Yes. Majorly, no. If you're obsessed with the Shalimar, you should have them all. Here, the citrus is much more pronounced. It's that bitter, incesty kind of plasticky lemon. I always find this note in Shalimar of that citrus to be when you find an roll with me, really old lemon. Almost the peel is kind of hard. It kind of shrunk and it's hard. And when you open it, it's bitter. It's not a pleasant, no, that's not pleasant. It's pleasant. I mean, I wear it as a fragrance. But it's, to eat the lemon, you would not. It does, that scent does not signify a fresh, zesty lemon. As a note in a fragrance, it's wonderful. It's different. It's unique. So, okay. But for me, I love this. This is also kind of my way of saying I don't need a $600 fragrance to smell different and special and unique and interesting and a little bit challenging for some noses. For me, this one is wonderful. The dry down, to be quite frank, is very, it's kind of similar with the toilette. So there is that. Performance-wise, the fact that it's a cologne really doesn't change the performance between that and the Eau de Toilette. Man, I need to get the Eau de Parfum one day. I will. Winter. But both of them are wonderful. If you're really hesitant, just get this one. If you're a little bit brave, I would say either the cologne or the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette, it's a little less sharp on the citrus, a little bit more rounded, a little smoother, a little warmer, but everything just a little bit. But it doesn't have that sharpness of the citrus as much as the cologne does in the opening. It's pretty intense. Pretty intense. Now to this one, Leaving by Lalique. Guys, this is a wonderful fragrance for spring. I mean, this one specifically is year-round, but I think spring will really pull out its glory. I feel like wearing something like this in the spring is so, I don't know, it's interesting. You're not just a flower. So what this fragrance says to me is 100% unisex. Any man can pull this off, no issues. To love this, you need to love wood, okay? Not oud necessarily, but wood. The wood here is soft, beautiful blonde wood. That's kind of how I'm interpreting it. For me, because there's nothing bitter, there's nothing smoky, there's nothing burning, there's no incest, nothing of that sort. It's just very pleasant. It's very kind of cozy, but without being actually warm or sweet or some incense or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, it's very fresh but good wood. It's just, you know, those freshly chopped wood for your fireplace. And it definitely has a masculine note to it, kind of leaning more masculine, but very feminine also. Not because of there's feminine notes, no, because it's, if you're a woman, you can definitely wear this. But when I ordered this, let's just say, and I smelled this, I was a little bit surprised that this is considered to be a female fragrance. I thought Lalique is being really awesome in that aspect. Like, they're not saying, oh, floral, oh, here you go, girls. Oh, woods, oh, that's men. So they're like, no, we created a woody fragrance for females, and it's very woody. It's not wood that is hiding behind a crap ton of flowers. No. So I'm like, I dig that, but I wasn't ready for it. I personally love wood and unisex and men colognes, and this one is not a men cologne. This is a really unisex. It's straight up unisex. And a lot of females can probably smell it and think, ooh, this is like leaning way masculine. Maybe, but it's beautiful. It's a very easy wood, and it smells beautiful on the skin. It lasts a really nice time, like 6 hours. Beautiful soft projection. There's nothing, I mean, you see these little birds here? I mean, it's just very, it's beautiful. I think it's perfect for spring, that beautiful fresh wood. You know, it's not like burning wood because you're cold next to the fireplace. No, this is like spring wood. There you go. Next one. Oh, okay. You know, I just love this fragrance. If I see it again, I'm going to buy another one as a backup. So this is Laura Mercier. This is the Umbre Vanille. I got this for $12 at what? Marshall's, Ross, TJ Maxx, one of them. I freaking love this. I think it's an amazing vanilla, period. I think it's great vanilla for spring. There's something about this vanilla that it's fresh. It's like a clean, kind of like lemon. There's something very clean about this vanilla. It's not thick, heavy, gourmand, or anything like that. There's something very fresh about this. I absolutely love this. So honestly, the way that I use it, I don't know if you can tell, but I love spraying this on my pillow. Yes, I use it on myself as well in the mornings, especially on weekends. But I love this on my pillow and on your clothes or pillow, you know, fabric. It lasts for days, days. And when I go to bed, it literally smells like this beautiful soft vanilla powder detergent or something like that. Not detergent, but like in a clean way that just makes your dreams so nice. It's beautiful. I love this. There's so many uses for me in this fragrance. It's really good. It does last, and it's so cheap. I mean, this one is really a no-brainer. I mean, yeah. Next one, who's going to be my next? Okay, let's do this. Aura by Mugler. Not everyone's favorite. I understand why. I ain't judging. It is a difficult fragrance. Yesterday I made a mistake and I did like 6-7 sprays. I am a heavy sprayer. I go heavy-handed. I love my bubble. This is not it. This is not the one you do it with. No. First of all, there's no need. It's very potent. The longevity projection, it's all in there. And that opening, that really interesting, peculiar green opening can be, even if you love it like me, it can be overwhelming when you cover yourself in it. It's just, but as a fragrance itself, that greenery to me is so true to spring. It is very spring. It's a very raw green concoction of different elements of nature just kind of squeezed into one. And I don't know, it's just, It's beautiful. And then at the end, the dry down, on me at least, the vanilla comes out. So the intensity of the green a little bit calms down, thank God. And then the vanilla rises. So it's like a green, peculiar vanilla. It's almost as weird as this. Like vanilla and lavender. Who would have thunk it? You know? It's a, huh? And this is the same thing. It's like vanilla and weird, weird, weird green notes. Who would have thunk it? I mean, both of these easily niche. I mean, this for $700 would have been sold easily, just because it's so weird and people are like, ooh, I want to be special and unique and weird. And this is it. I mean, this is, I love it. But a little bit, less is more with this fragrance. Less is definitely more. Now that I just sprayed once, it's just beautiful. There's all of this, it just plays a game with your nose. This fragrance, it plays a game on you, and it's a push and go. It's just, this one is really beautiful. But for me, this is the essence of spring. It's too heavy for summer, and it's too green for winter. No, I use it in winter, but my winter here is kind of like your spring. So winter, you kind of want those more melancholic and kind of things like that. So I think spring is the best time for this baby. And I think also the spring really opens up the vanilla and the green notes, and it works better, you know, just how the environment and what you're smelling from your environment, it influences how the scent is portrayed in your nose, not just the temperature, how it opens the notes, but also what you're smelling in your environment. So if your environment is only, I don't know, snow versus, you know, beginning or melting snow and beginning of certain trees and leaves and nature, then you're going to smell this, it's going to smell differently. And I think it's going to smell the best in spring. It's stunning. It's stunning. I love it. It's definitely a very bold, weird fragrance, and I love it, and I appreciate, I respect it for it. Yay, Mugler. All right, so we got a few more. Yes. So this is another one. This is Fancy Love by Jessica Simpson. I adore this fragrance. All of this line, by the way, is wonderful. I'm missing only one. Forgot the name of it, but it's like a white, like an ombre white. So this one, it's like a soft cotton satin coziness. So it's not warm or sweet or anything like that, but it just has that kind of luxurious, pampering, comfortable feel to it. But it has a certain like freshness, like it's clean. There's something very clean about it. So again, it kind of reminds me of spring, you know, just to wash off the old and bring in the new with something fresh and clean, but still it's not hot. So you might want to have something like a cotton, just white cotton. That's what makes me think of this fragrance. It's beautiful. It's like $20 and it performs beautifully. It's like this entire line. I love Jessica Simpson. I think from all the celebrity fragrances that I have, these ones are the best, in my opinion. Next one, very similar to that vibe. Well, not. Oh, it's going to be probably a lot of people going to be like, oh, you compared them? I'm not comparing them. They're just, you know. So Narciso Rodriguez, Narciso, the white cube. Musky. I think there's like vetiver, there's like woods, but it's, for me, it's not woody. Like this is woody. This just has woods in it. See the difference? It's musky. There's floral. The floral, thank God for me, kind of calmed down. At the opening, it's very soapy for me or on me. Let me spray it. I kind of miss it. Why not? But it's very fresh. On me, it's very fresh, very clean. It performs beautifully. Wow. You have a little bit of floral, but it's not a floral fragrance. Check. That musk is very clean, kind of unisex with those woods. That scent that I get that is a little bit soapy goes away. I like soapy, just not all soaps. You know, soaps are also smell different. So just saying soapy, that ain't enough. It's it's a little woody, a little floral with all that musk, super fresh, very clean. Um, is it sharp? A little bit sharp, like sharp, like clean sharp. It's beautiful. I love this so much. I know a lot of people like the poudre. I'm kind of more interested in the red cube because I'm afraid it's gonna not be too different from this, just more floral. You will see. I have a lot of floral. Do I need more? So I absolutely love it. I love musk. I love musky fragrances. I am definitely learning that I love musk. And this is one of my favorite musk fragrances. Now, I really am trying not to like push every fragrance that I have in every single video. So, but yeah, I can't know. I can't like think of it and not tell you. Yes, say I'm saying musk. Yeah, yeah, Secret Musk by Rihanah. Perfect for spring. Because it's a little fruity, floral, musky, clean. This is so perfect for spring. This is a spring musk. Yeah. Oh, I love this. I love this. I wish you can just cover yourself. Well, you can. And I do. I cover myself in so many fragrances in one day. Oh, it's amazing. So another one. So this is Atelier Cologne. This is the orange Sanguine. I had like 3 of the little guys, like travel sizes. And eventually I'm like, okay, Polly, just bloody get it. It's So if I compare this to Entice. So the Tier Cologne, obviously it's more orange with like that with a bit of a masculine tone, but just slight, just to give it that freshness. You know, the freshness that feminine fragrances have versus masculine. I kind of sometimes like what masculine have because it's a little bit more zesty, a little bit more spicy, a little bit more kind of invigorating. That's a great word, invigorating. But Entice is going to be more sweet, more fruity sweet. Yeah, this one is, oh, it's so good. It's yummy. It's not a complex fragrance. Yeah, so this one is a little bit more complex for me, or on me at least. The performance of this is insane. As you can see, I have a little guy and I'm okay with it because I don't need a lot of this. I know that on me this lasts, projects, a bubble, everything. 3 sprays, plenty. It's so beautiful. For me, this would be like a really great beach scent. It's fruity, it's fresh. I can just imagine like an ocean breeze with this citrus. Wow, beautiful. But it still has, it's not too fluffy, it's not too airy, it's not too watery. It's a little bit more dense than those kind of summer scents. Has a bit more density to it, so I think that's perfect for spring. Again, you're opening those citruses, but they still have some depth. But the citruses are going to give you that new and fresh, that sunshine. you know, kind of wake you up from the hibernation. I'm still having a hard time to wake up. So, whew, I was trying to keep it a little bit to a small list. I'm not very succeeding. I know. Well. The other one, oh, Le Jardin de Monsieur by Hermes. This, I think, is my most complimented fragrance, honestly. Every time I wear this, people ask me what I have. It smells absolutely unisex. It's the kind of unisex that doesn't have, it's not leaning anything. It's just, it's like that kind of topic is irrelevant for him. This is collection of molecules in a liquid that produce odor. And that odor is fantastic. That's it. You want to smell fantastic? There you go. And it's citrusy, it's sharp, but it's unique. It's so unique. I love Hermes and the way they do their citruses and gingers and those spices, because when you hear spices or you read it on Fragrantica, oh God, I hate that note because it can be so many bloody things. It can be so many things. It can smell so different. So the spices that they do are very fresh, and they enhance. Oh wow. And this smells expensive, guys. Man, this smells like quality, like very, 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 very high quality, very elegant quality. Performance, fantastic. This for me is a year round. I'm savoring it because it's a very unique fragrance. And it's a very sophisticated, it's very, not even sophisticated. It's just, it smells expensive. It smells very expensive, yeah. Whew. So good. I have so much on myself, I can't smell nothing. But it's wonderful. Now to a cheaper, not alternative. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but you know, I don't know. There's okay. I'm just gonna move on. So, so this is the Beat by Burberry. Kind of a beat up little bottle. I have two. I got to back up. So this for me, honestly, by the way, this one is so cheap to buy right now online. So cheap. Wow. I miss it. So I love those kind of zesty fragrances. This one has it, but it's not citrusy. Maybe there's citrus, I don't know. You know, I put notes. When I write the notes, I'm like, oh, so that's what it was. But for me, there's something very clean about it, just very clean. Not even detergent or anything like that. Just clean, something clean. It can be everything together. And there's something very zesty and kind of sharp and spicy, that kind of spicy, like sharp, spicy. Bergamot, I don't know. I noticed that I love a lot of opening doors. Somebody's keep opening doors. I love a lot of fragrances with bergamot. I love that that twist, that edge that bergamot gives a fragrance. But this one, oh, this is beautiful. If you love very clean fragrances, fresh fragrances, uplifting fragrances, but you don't want to smell necessarily like laundry. You don't necessarily want to smell like a flower. You just want kind of something you don't have to think about, and you can just kind of spray, and it's good for work. It's good for anything. Honestly, it's even really good for some kind of an event because you're going to just smell really, really good. This is not a sexy fragrance. This is just to smell good and fresh, but a little bit different, not just like a bar of soap, you know. Yeah, I like it because it has a little something. And as much as my husband really couldn't care less about fragrances, like the basket, oh, you smell good. But this one was the fragrance that I wore in Jerusalem in the winter, which is really, really cold and windy, very, very cold. Because I didn't have, I still don't, I don't really care what I use and when. So this technically is not a winter fragrance. But on the other hand, because of that zestiness, it kind of can be. Either way, he always complimented me on this fragrance. And it lasts and projects, and with the wind coming, and if you have it on scarf or on a coat, it's just so good. It's really good fragrance. Easily year round. Yeah, like he still tells me, but like this one, he was like specific, like I love this stuff. Like he's like, I really like when you use this fragrance. It's just really good. Anyway, moving on. All right, we're close to the end, guys. So this one is Armani Code. Love, 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 love. Where are you? Come on. Oh, I hate when they're black. I can never find them. You know, that little side note. So for me, this is a year-round. Less for summer, but I think there's, oh, it's just so good for spring. Because again, it has that depth and that edge and almost like night kind of fragrance. But it's not, ooh, floral, spring. And it has that zestiness to give it some kind of like an edge, like something that pokes you a little bit, wakes you up, you know, from that hibernation. I love it because, again, like I said, the fact that it's spring doesn't mean we want, you know, just to smell like a watery peony all of a sudden. No, like, no, we don't. But I feel this is just beautiful for the spring because, again, a little bit of a higher temperature helps certain notes and certain fragrances to open up a little more. Certain fragrances, they're going to be opening too much in heat, but a little bit can really open it, give it a beautiful entity. And I think this one is one of them, that those citruses and spices and that floral, it's just going to blossom even more in a little bit higher temperature that you get in the winter. And stunning. We're so close to the end. Are you with me? Are you with me? Well, you know what? The fragrance that I was about to introduce, I decided not to because it's not very appropriate per se for spring. And I think I'll just do a separate review on it. It's a very interesting fragrance. It's a very depressing, melancholic one. So yeah, it's not for spring. I mean, I use it whenever I want, even in spring. Sometimes, you know, if that's my vibe, that's my vibe. But yeah, I'll just do a different video for that one. It's very interesting. And there's definitely not a lot of reviews for that one. So keep tuned for my review of a very depressing fragrance. But until then, thank you for watching. Do subscribe. I have a lot of very interesting videos to share with you. All right, till then, have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.